time for like a video about Kamen Rider. I don't know. Let's talk about this guy. This guy right here. Okay, so the light's a little weird. How do I fix that? I don't know. This is Kamen Rider Decade with his machine Decader. That's his motorbike. He comes with various accessories. Also, I have another one of him. That's cool. So, hang on. I don't know how to get the light to stop. And I'm very lazy, so I guess it's just gonna have to stay. Alright, so this is Violent Emotion Masked Rider Decade. So he actually had a different head in the 2010 movie Wars where he fought double. It had a purple gem and more insectoid eyes. This light is just ruining the video. That's fantastic. He comes with various hands. He has a pointing right hand. He has these fists, these gripping hands that hold very small things like cards. If you print them out on cardstock yourself, it does not come with those. And it has open palm hands. It also, the violent emotion at least, came with extra hands for gripping the motorcycle handles for Machine Decader, which was sold separately and also included those hands because it was designed for a different Kamen Rider. For a different Kamen Rider Decade figure. You may notice that the color on the armor is very similar to the color on the bike, but different. Machine Decader actually comes with this little stand, but I find if you put Decade on it like that and have him use his leg as a kickstand, it works very nicely. Now I'm going to pause the video and do some different poses to show off the different weapons it comes with. The light. Okay, so this is Decade's primary weapon. It is known as the Ride Booker. He wears it clipped onto his belt, and it can unfold and extend into this sword. I think Decade looks pretty nice with his sword. He is often seen in the show using it, and then wiping it off with one hand. Like, because it's dusty. If we, okay. Yep. The Ride Booker also can turn into this gun form, where it shoots lasers out of its Ride Booker parts. Now, the interesting thing about the Ride Booker is, in the show, he opens it up. He opens it up. It opens. Hey, look, it opens. Now, because this is toy and not real, you do not see that he has cards in there. But if you were like me and printed them out in cardstock, you could place them in the Ride Booker and wonder where your life went wrong. And we'll put it in the Ride Booker, right? And then we'll close the... And that's how you use your pretends. More poses. As you can see here, I have them posed in a sort of, I'm holding a piece of cardstock and also I'm pointing at it with one of my fingers. That hand, I believe, originated in a different Kamen Rider Decade toy, where he actually had something worth pointing at. I should also note that the Machine Decader has little suspensions. Something that you would probably never use because the Machine Decader costs like $80. But yeah, if you roll it on the table, and it has like little suspensions. This is a collector's item only for serious adults. And that's why it goes in that. I actually find that the open hands, let me grab one of my screwdrivers I keep in this candle real quick. I find that the open hands cut perfectly around the Deca driver. as if he's going to open it as he did in the show. For those of you who don't know how Kamen Rider Decade works, he has cards, he uses trading cards inside of his belt to turn into all of the other Kamen Riders that came before him. And he's pink. It was actually in the movie War 2010 movie, Kamen Rider Double versus Kamen Rider Decade, where we learned that transforming into the other riders was not his full intention. The full intention of his power and what makes him unstoppable is when his eyes get slightly different and he has a little purple gem instead of a yellow one. For that is the true violent emotion of Decade, and allows him to use all of the other Kamen Rider powers while also only using one costume because it's cheaper. In this form, he has the hyper clock up of Kabuto that allows him to use super speed. He has the ultimate powers of Kuga, where he is fully adaptable and can do anything. It is in this form that he goes around and just starts murdering all the other Kamen Riders for no real discernible reason. And it is also in this form that he died. And then he came back to life later on because of a different Kamen Rider that showed up for only that movie and presumably also died off screen. Kamen Rider Decade is a bad show, but a good character, I think. A good idea. And honestly, I can't wait until a few years from now, possibly even next year, when we get second Decade. If you notice, he has the Roman numeral X on his chest, and that represents the number 10. And Decade is the 10th year, because there are 10 years in a decade. And he was the 10th Heisei rider, except for Black RX, I think. And he could turn into Kuga Agito Ryuki Fai's blade, Hibiki, Kabuto, Deno, Kiva. Is that all of them? Probably forgot one. Kuga Agito Ryuki Fai's blade, Hibiki, Kabuto, Deno, Kiva. I think that's all of them. And he used trading cards to collect them all. And you could take those trading cards and you could use them in your own belt. And I have those up there, and I'll probably talk about them next. Alright. This was probably a bad video, but I did promise last week that I would do a Kamen Rider video because there was no new build this week. So join me next week when I don't do this and I go back to just talking about the show. Alright, bye.